Hey Fearless Gamers, James from Fearless Games here, and I thought I'd do a little intro video before going into all my other, videos with actual topics to talk about for this channel. Give you a little bit more in depth about myself in terms of miniature wargaming and things like that. So here we go. Like I said, my name's James, and I'm the wild card of Fearless Games. When I'm actually gaming on the tabletop, whether it's pen and paper, or pen, pencil, and paper, whatever. Um, I do things a little off the cuff, a little bit not the standard way, and sometimes it bites you, but it's fun. When I do miniature wargaming, um, same thing. If standard common sense and protocol would say you should move forward and shoot here, I may do something completely different. Not because I'm trying to be different, but because I think when you spice things up that way, you can throw your opponent off and generate more of an advantage for yourself, potentially. It all depends who you're facing and how well you do. But sometimes it works, sometimes I'm tabled. Either way, I feel you learn more when you experiment than just by doing the same formulas for success. So that's kind of why I do that. So that's a little bit about me there and why I'm the wild card. Also, when it comes to painting up and doing stuff, I'm a little random that way. I'll convert things up for no real reason, just because it can be fun. And I paint up random things sometimes, so should be cool. Now, with that being said, what can you expect from me? Well, let me go a little bit about myself in terms of history with miniature wargaming. Ever since I was a kid, I've kind of been attracted to miniature wargaming, even though I didn't really know what it was back then. Um, I was and still am big into BattleTech. I loved it, still do. When I was a kid, I always watched a TV show. I had the toys, I had the video game, the computer games. I even had some of the models for the miniature game, even though I didn't play it. And I still have those models, and I've been repainting them because I need to make them look better than what they did. So that's kind of been my gateway into science fiction and then eventually fantasy, because once I got into that range, once I got into BattleTech and saw there was these other things that were interesting, I eventually got to fantasy and saw that and thought that was pretty cool too, because I like medieval stuff. Anyways, in high school, a friend of mine and myself, we tried to get into Mage Knight, I think back when it first came out, or when it was really just came out type of situation. It was fun. We just didn't do too much with it because we were the only two people getting into it. We didn't find anybody else who was interested, or know anybody else who was interested in it, and we didn't know if we were doing it right or wrong, so we kind of just phased that out. And then I would say 5 or 6 years ago, I got into wargaming through 40K. So, with that being said, you should expect 40K videos from me. And if you know my other channel, Keeper of the Fortress, you know that's what I do there pretty much extensively. And here I'm going to also do some 40K videos, but I'm going to expand my horizons a bit. Not just 40K, I'll do stuff for specialist games here, stuff as well, like Battlefield Gothic. But aside from 40K, I'm also wanting to get into the BattleTech miniature game, because it always looked cool to me. I got the box set, introductory box set that they re-released. I got it over a year ago or so, and I just never actually got a chance to learn it. I've been busy and just haven't tried to sit down and actually learn it yet, which I think is kind of a cool thing for you guys, because I can take you along for the ride, and that's my plan in learning this. We can kind of learn together, as it were, and work together, so if people know the game, they can correct me if I'm doing something wrong, so I don't learn it incorrectly, and through comments or video responses, and I can hopefully through my videos help people who are interested themselves. Some other people from Fearless Games were also interested in learning it, so we can probably get some introductory games happening on camera, and a little bit of reflections or thoughts on it, post-game thoughts, which should be kind of cool. So that should be fun. And just anything else that kind of catches my fancy that's miniature wargaming related. Like, for example, 40K role-playing game. Inspired by the 40K miniature war games, so I'm hopefully going to talk on that. maybe a little bit about Dark Heresy and a little bit about Death Watch. Those are two I know the best. Rogue Trader is still pretty cool though. And then just other stuff, little tips, tricks, and things of that nature that I can help out with. Maybe some model reviews, things like that. My specialty, I guess, that I consider it amongst the group is basing. We have these bases, whether it's square, hexagonal, or circle. They're blank. And when you put a model on there when it's fully painted, it gives away the fact that it's just a model and kind of takes you away from the suspension of disbelief and you're looking at it and going, okay, it's a model on a base. When you give the base some character, paint it up in a desert scheme, jungle theme, urban rubble theme, spaceship or complex type of theme, it completes the illusion of the model. It looks like you plucked it from the battlefield. So while I'm not the best at it by any means, I do enjoy it a lot, and I'm going to try and give some tips and tricks and hints with that as I go, so you can expect some basing videos as well, plus anything else really that's miniature wargaming related. And, of course, anything you guys want to see specifically. We encourage on our Touching Base video to leave comments, for any criticisms or questions. We take all things to consideration. And if you leave any questions or requests for topics, we can try and get to them as best we can. And the same thing goes for me specifically. If you have a question or a comment specifically for me, leave in a comment on one of my videos, or even PM it. I'm sure if you PM us with a question for one of us, insert name here, we will get it, and we will do our best to answer it either in a PM, and I can't speak for them, but I'll try and answer it either in a PM back to you, or what I prefer to do is answer it in video form. So, always good to hear from you guys, the viewers, and that's pretty much that. So, look forward to more videos to come from me on this channel, Fearless Games. And until next time, take it easy.